Good afternoon and thanks for joining us on the Noon News. I'm Diane Parker. Miller has a hot weekend forecast. Plus, we take you down the Montana Burger Trail to taste some of the best burgers in the state. But first, our top stories. We want to go ahead and show you this video and let you know this story has a good ending. Take a look. This Piper Cherokee plane went down about a mile from the Laurel Municipal Airport. The pilot and the passenger walked away, even driving themselves to the hospital. Takeoff went well, but shortly after getting into the air, the pilot realized something wasn't right. He tried to make it back, but crash landed.
I don't know if it was mechanical or just due to the heat and lack of lift on the airplane. Probably a shoulder injury on a passenger, and it looks like the pilot's just going to need some stitches. So good outcome on this.
The plane hit the ground hard, destroying the landing gear, but didn't cause any other disruptions, and thank goodness everyone was okay. Well, we're taking you over to Bozeman now, where the Bozeman High School tennis coach charged with sexual abuse of children is no longer employed by the school. The district terminated Kenneth Sheehan after allegations became public. Bozeman superintendent says he is grateful for the police department and its investigation. Sheehan was arrested after meeting up with an undercover detective he thought was a 13-year-old boy. A corrections officer at the Montana State Prison is asking that his supervisors be charged with kidnapping. Anthony Cotton says his bosses refused to let him out of his guard post at the end of his shift. The state prison is lacking employees and it does struggle to cover shifts. Now, as of July 30th, guards began a new schedule of 12-hour workdays. Prison officials say the schedule eliminates the need to make employees stay late. Cotton's claim is under investigation. Well, do you recognize these people? We are watching surveillance video of a group of people breaking into and then ransacking the entree soup kiosk in Billings. The restaurant has been closed all week. They're picking up the pieces from this random crime. The vandals took the tip jar, but they didn't touch the register. No arrests have been made. The accuracy of Montana's vote counting machines is on full display. The state is officially reporting the June primary election went very well. Well, after every statewide election, auditors go into Montana counties and recount ballots by hand. Lawmakers select which counties will be up for audit by rolling the dice. No county reported a difference of more than 5 votes. Now, it is likely the final audit before the state rolls out a new voter database next year.
We're on track. The system's looking good. We ran into issues. You always do that. It's an IT system, and we're addressing those issues, and we're looking forward to the November parallel and then going live in January 17th.
The state initially planned to implement the Elect MT system last year, but delayed the transition after local election officials said it wasn't ready. The clerk and recorder for Silver Bow County says the system is leaps and bounds ahead of where it was last year. The CDC is easing its COVID-19 guidelines, saying it estimates 95% of American adults have some level of immunity. The health agency is no longer recommending an infected person should quarantine from close contacts. Also, officials say there's no need to maintain 6 feet of space between people. Just 11 days after going to extreme fire danger, the highest possible level, the Bitterroot National Forest announced that it is now implementing stage 2 fire restrictions beginning today. Due to our hot and dry conditions, that is why that's happening. Now, as a reminder, those restrictions mean no campfires, no smoking, operating motorized vehicles on designated roads only, and no use of internal combustion engines or things that create an open flame from 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. The stage 2 fire restriction includes all Bitterroot National Forest lands. And if you'd like to see a map of all of Montana's active wildfires, you can go ahead, head on over to your local MTN website. It has all of the info you need to safely navigate this fire season, and be sure and go ahead and check that out. And that is a look at some of our top stories today.
Happy Friday, everybody, and TGIF as we cruise on into the weekend. Still have that monsoonal moisture coming into the area and enough instability where some areas today could see some strong thunderstorms. We've already seen some of that earlier this morning on the western side of the state. We'll tell you more about that here in just a second. What are our projected highs today? For some of us, still smoking hot today. 98 in Missoula. We'll go 94 in our state capital, 96 in Billings. Look at Glasgow trying to get up to 100 today. 99 in Jordan. We'll go 97 in Miles City. Cooler though down in Cody, up to 85. 10 degrees warmer though in Sheridan. All right, so there's area of low pressure, high pressure acting like a conveyor belt with all that monsoonal moisture getting sucked in between. How long does it last? I'll let you know coming up.
Well, we're taking you now to the Little Bighorn battlefield where history never stops revealing itself. Take a cuff button, for example. It is from the sleeve of a Civil War general and was found recently uncovered by visitors at the park. MTN's Alina Howder tells us how it was found and what's next for this small piece of the past.
Here at Little Bighorn Battlefield National Monument, artifacts from the past are popping up more frequently. Visitors found a Civil War cuff button just last week.
Welcome to Little Bighorn Battlefield National Monument.
The park memorializes the last stand the Lakota and Cheyenne tribes took against the U.S. Army's 7th Cavalry to preserve their way of life.
This was the campaign to round up all the American Indians from their natural nomadic hunting way of lifestyle.
It's no wonder that around 400,000 people visit the monument each year. It's considered to be a destination park.
Visitors that come here, they come here for this reason of the battle.
And if you're lucky, you might come across a piece of history yourself, like visitors did last week.
They took a picture of this button that they found out on the battlefield.
Multiple visitors found the button and did the right thing by leaving the artifact where it stood, letting park rangers remove it themselves.
Even though it was a small uniform cuff button or a vest button, it all helps to tell the story of what took place here.
And park rangers are grateful they can preserve this little piece of history.
It's important to think about if you take it, it's yours, but you cheat everybody else out of it.
Tim and Jerry Francis are visiting from Mechanicsville, Virginia.
I wanted to really bad pick a piece of wheat up and dry it and put it in my scrapbook, but Tim's like, you can't do that, you're in a national park. I went, oh, okay.
Put that there.
And Tim's on the right track, as it's a $5,000 fine if you're caught removing an artifact from National Park Service property. And it could even mean jail time. It's a good reminder since more artifacts have started popping up in recent months.
Shell casings, buttons, just relics of the battle.
The artifacts have been cataloged in the park's archives and are now in a storage facility, safe and sound. And park rangers hope visitors will come out and learn more about American history.
This sacred place, this special place, belongs to everyone, all Americans.
In Bighorn County, Alina Howder, MTN News.